What if I told you she still thinks about you, not just once in a while, but constantly every single day, even after the breakup? The truth is, there's a science to being unforgettable. And if you master these 7 dark psychology tactics, she won't just miss you, she'll crave you. But beware, these methods are silence powerful, and once used, you can't unpull the trigger. Also, if you're thinking flowers and long texts are the way to win her back, congrats, Romeo. But this video isn't for you. Let's dive in. 1. Silence is a weapon, not surrender. The first and most powerful rule to make her miss you. Go silent completely, no calls. No just checking in texts. No watching her stories from Abernor account. Total digital blackout. This isn't childish ghosting. It's psychological contrast at work. The human brain craves closure. And when denied that closure, it spirals. Questions start racing through her mind. Why hasn't he reached out? Did I mean nothing to him? Has he already replaced me? That mental discomfort grows like a fire she can't put out. Your silence creates scarcity, and scarcity increases value. But here's the trap. This strategy only works if your silence is real. If you're just pretending while secretly lurking online or emotionally unraveling, she'll sense it. Desperation has a scent and it stinks. Think of yourself as a magician doing a vanishing act. No one's impressed if you're obviously hiding behind the curtain. Let her feel the void. Let her wonder. In that silence, her memory of you becomes louder than any words you could ever say. And that is when missing you begins. 2. Reconstruct your identity. Reconstruct your identity. A breakup may feel like destruction, but it's actually a rare and powerful reset. You're no longer the man she left, and that's your greatest advantage. Now's your chance to reconstruct your identity. Not just physically, though. Yes, hitting the gym, upgrading your style, and leveling up your health are excellent starts. But the real transformation, it's psychological. You're building status, creating mystery, living with direction. Share members who you were, the version of you tied to comfort, routine, and predictability. But now you're unpredictable. He used to tell me everything. Now I don't even know what he's up to. That sense of not knowing drives her curiosity, and curiosity quickly turns to obsession. Start posting subtle clues. A new project, a trip she didn't expect. A calm, confident energy in every photo. Let your actions say, I'm evolving not for you, but because I'm not the same man anymore. You're becoming the mystery she can't solve. And remember, people don't miss who you were. They miss the version of you they no longer have access to. And just when she starts watching again, you drop the next breadcrumb. 3. Leave digital breadcrumbs. After a strategic period of silence, it's time to re-enter the digital space, but not by messaging her. You reappear quietly for the world to see. A story here, a photo there, but each one is calculated. A quiet dinner with friends, a candid smirk, a copy of Meditations by Marcus Aurelius resting on your nightstand. Nothing loud, nothing desperate. Each post sends a subtle signal. I'm not broken. I am evolving. This is known in psychology as passive re-engagement. You're not chasing her. You're just creating a presence that she can't ignore. And it triggers something primal in her. FOMO, fear of missing out. She starts wondering, who's he with? Why does he seem so calm? Has he changed? Your life becomes a story she's no longer a part of, and that makes her want back in. Pro tip, skip the gym selfies with emotional rap lyrics. That's not deep. It's digital crying. Instead, post with poise. Let her see the highlights of a life she can't access anymore. She'll watch in silence. And curiosity, that's the first sign she's starting to miss you. 4. Trigger emotional recall. If you want her to feel that knot in her chest, that aching pull she can't explain, you need to use a subtle tool called emotional anchoring. Humans don't just remember events. We remember how those events made us feel. So instead of reaching out directly, you trigger her emotional memory through sensory cues. Post a song, your song, the one that played on that late-night drive. Visit a restaurant you both loved and casually share a photo of the view. No context, no tags. Or drop a quote from an inside joke only she would understand. she'll see it. And even if she tries to shrug it off, she'll feel something. Why show emotional control? Because she's not missing you. She's missing the version of herself she was when she was with you. That feeling, that emotional echo is powerful. It taps straight into her subconscious, bypassing logic and hitting her where it hurts, in the heart. Suddenly, she's not just scrolling, she's remembering. And when memory meets emotion, longing begins. But here's the catch. Making her feel isn't enough. To make her chase, you need to become something even more magnetic, emotionally untouchable. 5. Show emotional control. This is where stoic wisdom steps in and separates the average man from the unforgettable one. A man who can master his emotions. He becomes dangerous. Why? Because it's rare and unbelievably attractive. She might expect to see you angry, jealous, bitter. She might even bait you emotionally through mutual friends or subtle social media moves. But you don't flinch. You give her stillness instead of storms, silence instead of emotional outbursts. How is he so calm? Does he not care? Or is he stronger than he thought? Has he evolved past me? That confusion, that uncertainty, it hooks her. Emotional control doesn't mean shutting down. It means being unshakable. The eye of the hurricane. You become a man who moves with purpose, not pain. A man on his path, focused, grounded, powerful. Be Batman, not a teenage boy posting breakup quotes with rainy backgrounds. You're not here to prove anything. You're here to rise above. You don't chase. You stand still like a mountain. And that mountain she subtly create jealousy now has to climb if she wants to reach you again. 6. Subtly create jealousy. Now comes the most dangerous card in your deck. Not to be abused, but to be played with surgical precision. Jealousy. You don't announce a new flame. You suggest one. Post a second wine glass in your story. A photo of you laughing, someone just out of frame. A casual dinner shot with one mysterious plate left untouched. You're not handing her answers. You're letting her imagination fill in the blanks. And that's where the real power lies, because women aren't just jealous of another woman. They're jealous of the version of you that new woman now gets to experience. The confident, evolved, emotionally unshakable version. The man who's grown, healed, and might be giving her what he once gave you. But a warning, this only works if you've already rebuilt yourself. If you try to fake this step too early when you're still emotionally raw or clinging, it reeks of desperation and she'll smell it a mile away. Jealousy is the final spark, not the foundation. Play it too soon and the whole illusion burns. But once she's flooded with jealousy, nostalgia, and doubt, there's just one last move to make, and it's the one she'll never expect. 7. Reappear Ace mystery. After all the silence, all the transformation, all the carefully placed emotional triggers, you finally return, but not as the man Cher remembers, not as the one who begged, pleaded, or clung to the past. You return like a question mark. Maybe it's a single message. Maybe it's a quiet like on something she didn't expect. Or maybe it's nothing at all, just your presence, visible, evolved, and distant in her digital world. You've become a man she doesn't fully recognize. You're unfamiliar but fascinating, upgraded but unreachable. And in that moment, she's not just thinking about the past. She's wondering about the new version of you and why she's no longer part of that story. Who is he now? What has he become? Did I lose something or did I let it slip away? That uncertainty, it's magnetic. You didn't scream. You didn't chase. You executed control, evolution, and mystery, the trifecta of dark psychology. Now she is the one who feels the ache. She's the one who checks your page. And she's the one who misses you more than you'll ever admit. Because now you're not just a memory. You're the one that got away. If this made you think differently, imagine what happens when you truly master how the female mind works. Tap that subscribe button right now because we're diving deeper into love, lost power, and purpose all through the lens of stoic dating wisdom. And remember, sometimes the best way to be remembered is to vanish and become unforgettable.